Okay, Mary, explain a little bit what's happening here.
Well, we've got the CSD document itself broken down into the different sections that we thought were important to the community so they could write their comments. We've set it up around the room so that each of the different sections has got an area, trails, hillside management, vegetation conservation, another spot for general comments. And in each of the tables, we've got some color-coded paper.
Okay.
The yellow paper is what our proposed CSD language is.
Okay.
And then we put together a piece of green paper that indicates what LA County Code currently is. So you can compare exactly what we're proposing to county code. In some instances, it's more restricted. In some instances, it's less restricted. So you have to kind of check and see the differences between our proposed language and what county code is.
When will it be finalized?
Well, we're going to take the comments that we received tonight, which look pretty positive for the most part, and decide if we're going to make any modifications to the document. And once we've determined what other changes need to be made, we'll make those changes, submit it to the county one more time, and then the county will come back out to the community for another community meeting to see if we have gained community consensus. And then from there, we will have a hearing at the Regional Planning Commission. If we have community consensus continuing at that point, then we will go to the Board of Supervisors, where if there is additional community consensus at that point, we will have it approved by the Board of Supervisors and it will become part of the county ordinance.
So any deadline? Or any wish?
I'd like to get it done this year. We've been working on this on and off since 1998. We're in 2010. If we could finish this off in 2010, I'd be really happy. I'm ready to be done, regardless of if we need to take out, put in.
Right.
We need to move forward instead of just letting it lag on.
Nobody has objected to increasing the amount of dogs that you can have. LA County says 3 maximum regardless of your size, and because this area, like most rural areas, they do a lot of dump dogs that you give homes to or foster or whatever. We end up with more than 3. And so rather than having to run afoul of the county law, we decided what we would do is we would say you could have 2 dogs for the first acre. Probably 3 dogs for the first acre and 1 dog for each additional acre up to a maximum of 7. Anything after 7 becomes kennel. This is probably the biggest confusion, home clustering. What has been proposed in the past is if you have perhaps 100 acres and it's steep, then a developer comes in and he puts his 50 homes all right here on, say, 10 acres, and he leaves 90 acres free land. And he says, okay, I satisfy the requirement. That's clustering. That's not acceptable. They cannot do that at all. However, that said, if you have 2-acre parcels and you have a bunch of them together and all the homes end up on one side so that they're all adjacent, but they each have 2 acres, that is not clustering. And that's the hardest concept for people to understand. That's not clustering. You still have your 2 acres. The fact that you place your home, remember you have setbacks, so you have to be, what, 50 feet, 75 feet from the front of the road. As long as you do that, that's not clustering.
Celebrate the Act and say reads. I think this is a really exciting activity we're trying to continue to do annually. Hopefully next time we'll be able to host it in our library. It'll actually be open, and we'll see the event up there. We're looking forward to that soon. Our librarian is here with us. That would be Mr. Matthew Rose. So welcome. Our first place for the middle school goes to Jasmine Passman. And our first place was a big guest to Mom.
In the Call of the Wild, Buck is a lazy, pampered dog from Southern California who enjoys a leisurely life. He has no need to struggle for anything and is the default master of his domain. However, Buck is kidnapped and sold north to pull sleds for miners in the Alaskan gold rush. There, in the frozen north, away from the last trimmings of civilization, Buck learns that laws of morality and justice are mere human constructs. There is only one true law in the world, the law of club and fang.